What is it recording? Oh, right. Okay. So, what's up, guys? It's me, Jack, and today we are back in Nimby Rails. So today we are going to go all the way from that triangle here from Workshop all the way down to Nottingham. So I'm going to get my maps out and set the stations up, and then we'll build the tracks, then signal, and then obviously make the line itself. It may be quite a bit of a long one to think about, so yeah. But I know at least most of this is 2 tracks, so it should be okay. But I think there is a couple portions of 1 track involved. So the first station is Whitwell. Whitwell would be our first station. Whitwell, where the heck is that? Whitwell. Okay. Here somewhere. Yep. And this station is here. Does it need to be long? I actually don't know. 100 meters? Or maybe 80. Quite a hard decision, I'm not gonna lie. I'll go for 100. Oh. And then it is Cresswell. Cresswell is here. I'm gonna make this 80. I'm shortening this. Cresswell, 80. I think most of the stations are going to be at least 80 meters long. Langwith Whaley Fawns? What the kind of station name's that? Whaley Fawns, Langwith. I think it's here. So, and then it's Shirebrook. Not Shire Oaks, Shirebrook. Right. I'll make that about 100 actually. Shirebrook. And then Mansfield Woodhouse. Mansfield's, we're entering a town. I'm gonna make Mansfield Woodhouse about, which one? That's Mansfield Woodhouse. I'm gonna make this maybe. I might even make it 150 meters. That's. Or was that too long? I actually don't know. I think it should be fine. And then we'll go to Mansfield itself. That's going to be 150. It's also it's actually a bridge station, this, because it crosses a dual carriageway. So actually, I'm going to turn my viaducts on. Make that. There we go. Mansfield, and then it will be Sutton Parkways. Bloody hell, on the maps it looks so short. Alright, Sutton Parkway. Where the heck is it? Kirkby, Sutton and Ashfield. Is it there? And I think it goes onto this bridge. Yeah, that's definitely 80 meters. That's not going to be good enough. And then it's going to be Kirkfield. Oh my god. Kirkfield and Ashfield. So Kirkby and Ashfield. So I'm gonna make this 100 meters. Not enough. Oh my god, I think I put that station in a viaduct. Bloody hell. DM. Oh, let me change this. What the heck? Ground station, please. What the heck? Right, okay, I have to redo this. Right, so we need to replace what we did here. So Sutton Parkway, non-viaduct, please. It just isn't necessary. There we go, and then Sutton and Ashfield. And then it's actually no, it's this way around actually. And then it is Newstead's next station. Newstead Village. Newstead. And that's when it's one track. So, right, let me put this as a one track line. Newstead. There's no real signs of where the station is. Newstead. Newstead Village. So it's got to be like there, I think. Then it is... I really hate how this works. How the hell do we curve tracks? I actually don't know how you do that. Yeah, I guess we do need it to work like that, otherwise it's just not going to work. Newstead, and then it will be Hucknall. Hucknall is... And then there is I think there's a tram service, like a Nottingham tram service. So I need to kind of think about where I place it. It's got to be there somewhere. It's in a certain theme. But it's not like I'm going to do a tram service, so yeah, we can screw that. And then we go to Bullerwell. I sometimes can't tell if this is one tram track and one just normal. I think there is a point where it does change to 2 tracks. I think there is a point when it changes to 2 track at some point, so yeah. So, Bullerwell. Bullerwell station. Oh, maybe that's actually not for our track. I think that's still 1 track, I think. Right, Bullerwell, okay. That's weird though. Bullerwell. Bullerwell, okay. And then Nottingham. There we go. So, Yes, we've got our stations up. Now we've just got to rename and all. So we need to. So what was this one? I think it was Whittle. Whittle. There we go. Whitwell. Cresswell. Oh my god. So it's Cresswell. This. Cresswell. There we go. And then Whaley Fawns. Langwith. Whaley Fawns. This is such a weird name. And then this is Shirebrook. There we go. This is Mansfield Woodhouse. Mansfield Woodhouse. And then Mansfield. And then Sutton Parkway. Kirkby and Ashfield, there we go. Newstead. Hucknall. There you go. Bulwell. And then to Nottingham. We're just going to adjust our capacities and our spacings. Okay. Mansfield Woodhouse will be about 250. Mansfield to 300. Because it's massive. It's a town. Sutton Parkway is going to be Kirkby and Ashfield. Should I do a bit more? Because it is sort of part of Sutton Ashfield. Maybe 150. Kirkby and Ashfield. 250. Newstead. Hucknall will be the same and 100. Bulwell 100. Maybe 150, I don't know. And then Nottingham. There we go. Now let's build the railway. So it's gonna start here. I bet that took like 10 minutes. Maybe even more than that actually. Whitwell. Cresswell. Oh. Langley with Fawns. When is the point we change track? I think it's after Sutton Parkway. I think we do stay to track for quite a while. I think it's from Kirkby and Ashfield to basically Kirkby and Ashfield, so Newstead Village, I think that's what we do. And I think what I might do in the future is, I don't think there's many railways that go to Mansfield. Like, they don't go to Mansfield really at all at times. So what I might do is add the line that kind of goes from Kirkby and Ashfield to sort of near where Alfreton is. So what I could probably do in the future is add like a line, like maybe a semi-fast like line, and go from like Nottingham to maybe to Grimsby via Mansfield. I could do that. And go to Worksop, Retford, and then go this way to Scunthorpe, and then yeah, this way. This will probably do best. Or would it end up at Barnetby? I don't think it would get to. I don't even think that can get to Scunthorpe. Let me check. Gainsborough Central. That's never used. Yeah, no, I don't think it doesn't go to Scunthorpe. It actually goes to Brick, Barnetby, in the Wold, Grimsby Town, and then Clifford's for the Northern service. Northern? I would think that would be East Midlands Railway, not Northern. Okay, oh, that's interesting. So, we're just going to... Right, let's keep adding. Shirebrook. And then that's Mansfield Woodhouse. There we go. Bridge. There we go. Bridge over that. There we go, Mansfield. And then let's go to Kirkby in Ashfield and Sutton Parkway then. Let's go. And I know they're not one track. I don't think Sutton Parkway is on one track, but... Sutton Parkway. There we go. Oh, hell no, I'm not keeping it like that. What the heck? Right. Why does that look so... Ugh, why are they doing that? Okay. Alright, let's go to Kirkby in Ashfield, and that is kind of the point we're going to change to one track. But I can't really tell what point it is. I don't know what it is really. Alright, let me actually get my maps. I'm just going to check on the line. See what we did. So I'm actually going to keep going round. Oh my god. I think that's the junction that goes down, I think that's what the junction is. I'm pretty sure there's a junction there that goes to... never mind for now, actually. Or should I mind? Like, there is a junction there. Should I bother? Yes, I will. I know this is probably for, like, freight, etc. Like, it probably isn't for, like, passengers, but I could definitely use this line for, like, what to do here. I think I'm gonna do this connection first. This probably isn't the way it works, or is it? I actually don't 100% know how that works. I'm actually going to just make this self a viaduct. Because it's just literally crossing a motorway, it's no joke. I'm surprised we're bloody across the river without using a viaduct. What the heck? Alright, there we go. There's that horrendous looking line. That is probably not how it is, or is it? I guess it's not too dissimilar. It's not too dissimilar. I guess it's not far off at all, yeah. Okay, so at least we got that connected up, and now we just need to focus on where we end up with one track. There is a point. It's definitely somewhere around this bloody area. Right, so, okay, I've gone a bit too far here. Let me go back. Just a notch here. Double track mode? Hell no. But there's a little viaduct. There we go. Newstead. I'm not bloody expanding it. What the hell? This is 80 meters for a reason. Right. I never knew it was that annoying. What the hell? What? Oh my god, I might have to shrink it like that, and I think that should do. Hopefully. Okay, I don't know what to do here. I might have to do it like that. That sucks. I think these guides kind of help maybe a little bit. I think they do help a bit because it kind of directs me on where I'm supposed to sort of go. It kind of gives me understanding on where to go here. Now I think we're at Hucknall. Yep. Let me see. What I could actually do here is shrink. Okay, let me actually try that with Newstead. There we go. That should do perfectly. There we go. It's a very straight point here. My bloody god, we're curbing stations. Oh my god. Oh heck. Right, we really are curbing stations here, mate, aren't we? Oh my god. Right. But it only is flexible on one track station, so it doesn't do the same. Like 2 track, I don't think it does. I think this just remains 1 track for a while until there is another point after Bulwell. We're in the Nottingham area. Bulwell. And then what I can do is shrink that down. And then I can shrink that bloody thing down. It's like 2 freaking parts of the station. Oh my god. When is the point when we change the track? And then we change to 2 track. I guess it's pretty much may just be here. I think I went a bit too far. Let me actually set the 2 track. Let me get the 2 track back. I'm actually going to add the station to just test if... What the hell? Why does it work like that? Ugh. That's bloody weird. Oh my god. What is this? Right. Ugh. That is so weird. Alright. Now let me set this going. That is weird. Why is it like doing it like that? Like putting station. Just makes no sense for it to work like that. There we go. Again, how the hell do I build a freaking train station without it doing just that? What the heck? And then if I curve this station... What? Okay, the entire thing's rigged. I'm speechless. How does that work? Curved tracks and buildings. Maybe what this is all about is if I put this to that length and then curve the track, basically. This is awkward. But that station could literally be curved if it can. That entire freaking station. What's the curve? Right. Like, apply it to that. That does not make sense, personally. There we go, so we got this line here over with. So yeah, that's great. We're done. Right, so now I'm just gonna build this and then start that bloody signaling. So and then it's Bulwell, Hucknall, and then Newstead, and then our new signaling is there. It is quite a messy line, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's quite a tricky line, a bit of funny curves that's not there. It's just obviously every single Nimby Rails line is gonna look awkward in some way. Mansfield. There we go, Mansfield Woodhouse, we're about to approach. Yep. Shirebrook, and then Langwethy. Langwith Whaley Forns, there we go. Cresswell, and then right, okay, so we got all of this on. So we got our signals, we're just going to do this line here as well. This sort of freight line or bypass line, whatever that is. So yeah, we're just gonna do that. Like that. And then this is all done with. Like, it's a bit like our Penistone line. Like, as you can see, no signaling. Due to this being mostly one track. So, since we've done that, we are now going to... Can you somehow change that? No, you can't. Anyway, so we're going to add our lines. So, what am I thinking to do? So I'm going to do a Nottingham to Sheffield line via this way. And then I might do a Nottingham to Lincoln line via that way as well. What else could I do? Like, I'm going to sort of expand from Nottingham to Grimsby like that. Like, kind of soon. We could do something to do with, like, we might do a London to, like, to Hull Line via Nottingham? Or I got a lot of ideas I could do here. It's a tricky one to think about, honestly. Well, I'm going to do an East Midlands railway line. How do you do Nottingham? NTGM, yep. What is Mansfield going to be? MNSD? Oh. And then this price is going to be maybe £16. I'm going to leave that. Okay, I'll have to put one on there. Or should I? No, I'll leave that alone. So, I'm going to do the line. So, platform here. We're going to go from... I'm not going to skip Darnell, skip Woodhouse, Kiverton Bridge, Kiverton Park, and then Shire Oaks, and then down this way to Whitwell, Whitley Bridge, Whitwell, Cresswell, Langwith, Whaley Fawns, whatever the hell, Shire Brook, Mansfield Woodhouse, Mansfield, Sutton Parkway, Sutton, Kirkby and Ashfield, then down to Newstead, Hucknall, Bulwell, and then to Nottingham. We're going to do that platform, and then up, Bulwell, Hucknall, Newstead, Kirkby and Ashfield, Sutton Parkway, Mansfield Woodhouse, Shirebrook, Langwith, Whaley Fawns, Cresswell, Whitwell, Shire Oaks, Kiverton Park, Kiverton Bridge, and then to Sheffield. So, yes, we have got them stations here. Perfectly done here. So yeah, this is our line, and then we're going to do our Nottingham to Lincoln line. It might be a little bit different to the Sheffield line, because I might do more of a semi-fast route for this one. I think. East Midlands Railway, Nottingham to Lincoln, MNSD. Oh my god, I did the wrong bloody thing. Mansfield. Via Mansfield. And then EMR, NGTM to LCN. MNSD, and then the price is gonna be £14. Then we're going to do that. So Nottingham then. I'm gonna do the same platforms, 3W, there we go. So I might skip them stations. I'm gonna go straight to Kirkby and Ashfield. Sutton Parkway, skip Mansfield, Mansfield Woodhouse, Shirebrook. And I'll skip that to Worksop, Retford, Gainsborough Road, Saxelby, Lincoln Central. We're gonna do this platform, and then stack down to Saxelby, Gainsborough Road, Retford, low level, Worksop, and then back down to Shirebrook, Mansfield Woodhouse, Mansfield, Kirkby and Ashfield, and then to Nottingham. There we go. So this is our sort of our semi-fast service. Now we're going to send the trains for it. So, that's a very good question, what to train to choose from. There's not much of an option here. I'm going to do this as a free car. Do 4 of them for Sheffield to Nottingham via Mansfield, and then we're gonna add some class 168 or whatever the hell, or should I do 172s? I'll just do that. Add about 2 of them, and let's go to there. Wait, why is it on the depot? What the heck? Wait, sell. This is a depot line. What the heck? That's a technical. Oh, right, okay. Let's do that again. That's a line of freaking technical movement. Right, we're gonna wait till the day ends and see if any debt is happening. That's my main worry here. Like, it may or may not do good, I'm not sure. Ridership's going up and down a little bit, so I'm not sure that's a good sign. Though we've got plenty of trains and all of the lines. I might have to sneak peek this. Oh, ooh, okay. So Kirksondall, apparently that's in debt. I don't know why. Shire Oaks and Retford Low Level is in debt, apparently. What the heck? Alright, so what the hell? Alright. Well, that's a bit of an odd situation. That is a weird situation. Worksop's now getting involved. Shire Oaks, Retford. Apparently they're the main problems here. I think I might need to add timings for these, because I am meant to sort of add timings to these kind of lines. Right, let me do that then. So, default timings, not 30 seconds. I'm gonna do a minute 30 for the semi-fast. And then that to Sheffield's going to be 1 minute per time. It's a weird one, this. Like, I'm not sure if the debt's going to just escalate by it. I don't know though. Shire Oaks. Oh, okay, so that's a good sign. Retford Low Level. That's a good sign. -6. It's going down. It's going up in debt. It's actually going up. It's doing good again. -2. I think that was the main solution to it. Add timings for it, because obviously there's been a bit of that going on. Did it use that diverting line? I don't think it did, no. Didn't do that diversion, but this is fine. It's not causing any problems. At least it's not like a freaking all the way from Barnsley to basically Penistone. That is disastrous. Or even this bit there. It's a bit disastrous around there. And this is doing fine. Right, okay. But let me do a double check. Just double check if everything's good. And then in the end, we're just going to count out all of our stations and see how we have done for how good the stations have became. It's taken a little bit of time. $11 o'clock. There we go. So this is what we have done here. Stocksmore is always gonna be last because it's like the most loneliest station out of the lot. It's quite a lonely station, Stocksmore. Shipley is kind of on there a little bit. Let me actually slightly increase Shipley. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Denby Dale could do it with a little bit of increasing. Should be okay. Penistone, Sutton Common, Dodworth. I think that'll be fine for now. So, or should I expand Dodworth maybe a little bit more? I'll expand it. There we go. So we're just gonna count out all of our stations anyway here. So, wait, I need to click on it. Sheffield leads 1-6. Doncaster, Nottingham, Wakefield, Kirkgate leads 7-10. York, Wakefield, Westgate, Newark, Northgate, Redford, High Level, Derby, Chesterfield, Lincoln, Bradford Interchange, Huddersfield, Barnsley, Mirfield, Halifax, Worksop, Pontefract, Monkhill, Bulwell, Jesus Christ, Bulwell. I think I need to tone it down a little bit. I think that is a bit too much here for quite a small station. I'm going to slightly lower it. 100. Yeah, that's so weird. Okay. Where were we? Redford, Low Level, Langley, Mill, Deaton, Rotherham Central, Gainsborough Lee Road, Ilkeston, Mansfield, Darnell, Woodhouse, Middlehall 3-4, Bradford Foster Square, Middlehall 1 and 2, Dewsbury, Sutton Parkway, Hucknall, Shipley, Goole, Mansfield Woodhouse, Kipperton Bridge, Swinton, Shire Oaks, Bentley, Alfreton, Dronfield, Castleford, Moorthorpe, Crossgates, Long Eaton, Morway, Adwick, Apperley Bridge, Hatfield, Stainforth, Kirkby and Ashfield, Nottingley, Coningsborough, Mexborough, Hycombe, Fitzwilliam, Chapeltown, Darton, Normanton, Beeston, Foreign North, Elsica, Brighouse, Batley, Goldthorpe, Shire Brook, Outward, Kirksondall, Bolton upon Durns, Featherstone, Garforth, Bramley, Belper, Lowmore, Saxelby, Sandal and Agbrigg, Newpulty, Fernscoe, Woodlesford, Ravensthorpe, Attenborough, Castleford, Spondon, East Garforth, Penistone, Cottingley, South Elmsall, Duffield, Frisganall, Lockwood, Woolwell, Pontefract, Hanshell, Langwith, Whaley, Fawns, Cresswell, Whitwell, Snaith, Glassooton, Micklefield, Dodworth, Rawcliffe, Streethouse, Collingham, Whitley Bridge, Newstead, Berrybrow, Brockhalls, Church Fenton. Let me move that out of the way. What the heck? Let me move a bit here. Church Fenton, Eula Skelf, Silkson Common, Denby Dale, Swinderby, Clifton Park, Shepley, Hensall, Honley, Stocksmore, Dawntotley, and Shipley. This Shipley here, not that Shipley, this Shipley. There we go. because these platforms aren't used. So this is it. We have done, but since I have adjusted quite a few things, let me actually adjust hook and all as well, because I think that's a bit big as well for it. Hook and all, let me change it. I'm gonna just turn it down to here. I think I think it'll be fine, yeah. Let's just keep it going. I don't think it's gonna end up in debt. Obviously it's gonna be lower, but it's kind of realistic, you know. I don't want it to be like all weirdly better, you know. It's just strange the way other ways work. Like, this is realistic. These are top stations. They are pretty busy stations for a reason. Barnsley's quite busy. We've not even done much with Barnsley recently. We've always gone away from Barnsley. We've like really left it for a while. What could we do here, eh? Involving Barnsley. Huh. That's a good question, actually. Because cross-countries, etc. It's just not a realistic thing, you know, to stop at Barnsley. Like, I think the only stations, or the only ways I could do it, because what I am thinking currently in my mind is, make my new own operator, probably called Midlands Railway, or like just sort of, yeah, pretty much Midlands Railway or Midlands Express. I don't really know. So we're gonna so our terminuses I'm planning is Skegness, Scarborough, Blackpool, and Holyhead. So what I might be thinking is to do a route that goes from Holyhead to Skegness, Holyhead to Scarborough, and do Holyhead to Blackpool. So like it always kind of includes all of our terminals, and then we do Blackpool to Holyhead, Blackpool to Scarborough, and Blackpool to Skegness. From Skegness, we're going to do Skegness to Holyhead, Skegness to Blackpool, and then Skegness to Scarborough. To do Scarborough to Blackpool, Scarborough to Skegness, and Scarborough to Holyhead. So the ones that kind of go like diagonal from each other, I am going to involve Barnsley and even Wakefield in this. Or should I do Wakefield because it already has plenty of operators operating this entire thing? Because I want, like, Barnsley is underrated, you know. It has a lot of history involving Barnsley, so maybe I should add more clout to Barnsley rather than clouting Wakefield a lot more than it needs. Because it's already a hella crazy station the way it is already. It's just insanity. Are you freaking kidding? What the heck happened here? Shire Oaks. What is going on, Chesterfield? Shire Oaks. Why is Chesterfield slipping? What the hell? Alright. That is a super odd situation. How the hell did Shire Oaks go all the way up to -67? Are you freaking crazy? Right. Is Shire Oaks the new problem right now? Like, is it? I'm gonna turn this down a lot. Like, what the heck? Alright, so, well, how busy is it anyway? Like, is it quite a dense population in Shire Oaks? Right, now Retford's a problem, apparently, for some weird reason. Retford low level. What's going on here? Kirksandle's a problem. This is a domino effect. Kirksandle, Shire Oaks is still developing a problem. Oh no. Right, okay. Bad, neutral, that's... Right, this is... Alright, I think that's probably why I do need to basically add the price per kilometre. I might have to do it like that. Right, one, and just... I don't think, like, no matter what line we do, we always probably have to add that. So, like, our lines will operate properly without any huge issues. I think that's why I do it. Because I'm just dominating it even more. Kirksandle. I don't even think that involves the station. Right. What is it with the station? Right. Let me just turn it up, maybe, or just... I've not even added timings to. I don't even know if I added timings to that line. Actually, let me check. Sheffield to goal. I don't think I've even added anything with that. Let me do minutes here. There we go. And then Leeds to goal. Leeds to goal. I think it's already like that. Sheffield to goal. This is horrifying. Lincoln to Newark. We're looking that at minutes per time. There we go. All the trains are sort of on intervention. That is so weird. There's a lot of happy faces, but why is it still going down? 150. It kind of goes up to that a lot, apparently. But I still need to really... Like, that's not meant to be the way it is, you know. Or should I just turn it down even more? What the hell? What? Okay, let me do a simulation reset because this is not meant to happen. Right, okay, full simulation reset, all trains intervention. Right, okay, this is a very weird situation. Let me put a signal maybe on there. That would make sense. Signal there. And I think that's all it sort of needs. I think that's all it needs, I don't know. Minus 77. Shire Oaks. Okay. Right. Oh, it's back up again. Right, let's keep an eye on this. See if anything changes. Because the past couple days apparently was all in domination of problems and stuff. I'm actually going to do a special thing. Right. Okay, so what I'm thinking to do now is call out all the stations based on its lifetime. So ever since it was even a thing or even created, I'm going to call out all the stations that I've created way before in the past. Like the oldest stations will most likely be the ones that are going to be it. But Shire Oaks is a massive bloody laughing stock. Oh my god. Leeds 1 to 6, Wakefield, Kirkgate, Sheffield, Doncaster, Wakefield, Westgate, Barnsley, Huddersfield, Leeds to 7 to 10. York, Nottingham, Derby, Bradford Interchange, Mansfield, Rotherham, Central, Meadowhall 3 and 4, Chesterfield, Lincoln, Meadowhall 1 and 2, Dewsbury, Halifax, Castleford, Newark, Northgate, Chapeltown, Morthorpe, Swinton, Normanton, Fitzwilliam, Langley Mill, Deaton, Morley, Elsica, Darton, Nottingham, Bentley, Crossgate, Adwick, Pontefract, Monkill, Outward, Coningsborough, Batley, Goldthorpe, Gainsborough Road, Ilkeston, Walk, Wixop, Mexborough, Dronfield, Sandal, Agbrigg, Featherstone, Bolton upon Dearne, Retford, High Level, Penistone, Alfreton, Redford, Low Level, Woodlesford, Fernscoe, Long Eaton, Garforth, Ravensthorpe, Lockwood, Wombwell, Barradford, Ulster Square, Beeston, Woodhouse, Spelper, South Elmsall, Shipley, Cottingley, East Garforth, Brighouse, Pontefract Tanshelf, Lowmore, Dodder, Darnell, Lakefield, Denby Dale, Attenborough, Silkston Common, Saxelby, Spondon, Duffield, Glasshooten, Hyken, Streethouse, Gould, Brockles, Apparilly Bridge, Micklefield, Berrybow, Micklefield, Shepley, Bramley's, Mansfield, New Pudsey, Stockmore, Sutton Parkway, Honley, Kipton Bridge, Wallen North, Church Benton, Eulskelf, Castle Forge, Bulwell, Mansfield Woodhouse, Friesland Hall, Hadfield Stainforth, Hucknall, Kirkby and Ashfield, Shirebrook, Collingham, Snaith, Rawcliffe, Whitley Bridge, to Winderby, Cresswell, Kiveton Park, Langswith, Whaley, Fawns, Newstead, Kirkle, Sandal, Whitwell, Hensall, Dawn, Totley, Shipley, Shire Oaks. Shire Oaks, what are you doing to yourself? Kirk Sandal, what are you doing to yourself as well, mate? What's going on with you? Do we need more trains maybe on that line? Because that could be a reason for it. We might need more trains on that line. Sheffield to Goal. How many do we have? 3 lines. Alright. I could just add another one here. Sheffield to Goal. Right. Okay, that might fix the problem. It might not. I don't fully know. Sheffield to Goal. Is it even... Okay, I don't even know if that's increasing or not. I might have to increase the bloody timing on it. Maybe. Sheffield to Goal. 30 or 50. I'll do 15. Huddersfield. That annoys me. What the heck? Alright, so should I maybe make this a bit more expensive? Like, I might need to make this more expensive, you know, like £20? Because that's still annoying me. Shire Oaks, what are you doing? Like, why is this a huge laughing stock? I don't think it's like that dense at all. I just can't tell. Minus 90, are you kidding me? Minus 13. We're still, I think we're still crippling. We'll see. Minus 12. Okay, I think it's going to escalate still. Honestly, Leeds 1 to 6. Wakefield Kirkgate. Sheffield. You've been doing well. Doncaster. Wakefield Westgate. Bloody hell, and you're one track and there's not the full services. And Barnsley, you are somehow such a huge influence. Let me actually check on the packs. Was 500 maybe a bit exaggerated? I think I might need 300, not 500. Okay, I think this is kind of how it's going to work here. So Barnsley is going to work a little bit differently now. So now it's going to hold up, basically, 300 people max. Alright, that's a kind of an interesting one, because Shirebrook did not pop up this time. That's quite an up. That's an up part there. Like enough, I guess 500 was a bit much, a bit exaggerated. But Barnsley's still in quite high level. I'm not gonna lie, it's still in a pretty high level. Barnsley still isn't terrible. I think it is still pretty decent. Until we get them express lines, I think that's going to become a champions of a station. But I think 500 was a bit much, you know, because it's not like, it doesn't have expresses on these kind of places. It doesn't have expresses in this line. I think 500 was a bit too much. 300 I think will do, yeah. This is kind of truly how Barnsley kind of is. It's not a very, very big station, you know. But it isn't too small either, you know. It's kind of like that. And it's kind of a fair way for it to work. So, Barnsley, as a result, is 86,000. And we've still got quite a lot of stations here. Meadowhall 3 and 4. How much is this maximum? I'll just up this up, and then up this to 250. So I think we're just gonna leave it here for today. So god. Oh, okay, OneDrive, go away. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh my god, an hour and 5 minutes. Bloody hell, I did not expect it to be that long. I thought it'd be quite long, but not that bloody long. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe only if you want to, and we'll see in a couple hours time. August 13th will hit, and YouTube is probably going to change forever. It'll never be the same. We'll see what happens to our channel, and yeah, if I survive, I'll be happy, and if I don't, well, that could be my final goodbye and whatever. But yeah, we'll see what happens from tomorrow. I might not get affected. We'll see what happens. But I kind of believe that I probably won't get affected, because it's kind of hard to believe that I do get affected by certain things by YouTube. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. See yous.